God set up the whole universe as that He owns it. And He wants us to take responsibility over things that He's given us. And so if it's a job, and like this is my job, I work here, I had to take ownership of it. And like my own business, I learned that nobody else can do the job that I've been called to do. And so when I do it as unto the Lord.
Ownership to me is taking responsibility of the situation that you're in because you're there for a reason, and the Bible says whatever you do, you should do it to God's glory.
Ownership is taking responsibility of whatever gift or talent you have.
To me, ownership means taking charge of whatever you're supposed to do.
So it's not only that you're choosing something that you're passionate about, but you're actually putting time and effort into something and trying to better it.
Ownership has many meanings to it, but to me it means being responsible of your choices, decisions, and consequences.
I take ownership by understanding exactly or identifying the vision that God has given me for the ministry, but also disciplining myself at it and holding myself accountable so that I can reach the goals that I set for myself.
I think it's important to show ownership because Christ calls us to excellence. So I think it's easy to just skate by life and just kind of just go along and go with the flow and things like that. But I think Christ wants us to be excellent in everything that we do.
If I always was continually trying to be someone that I wasn't, and I wasn't confident in who I was, I wouldn't be able to bring my own unique characteristics to the leadership position.
I think it takes some amount of pride, not arrogance, but just taking pride in what you've been given and the chance to make it the best that you can make it.
I think it's important to show ownership because if you aren't caring about something and truly owning it, then you're just kind of passively going through the motions, and so you're not really going to give it as much effort as you could if you were to say, like, this is mine and I care so much about this.
I think one thing is you have to be determined because you can't give up on something that you're taking as ownership because it's not yours anymore if you give up. And you have to persevere because there's definitely times when it's not easy.
Selflessness is important too because you have to realize that you're taking ownership not just for yourself, but also for the people that you're leading and the people that are watching you. And so I think that you can't just be in your position to see what you can get out of it, but to also see how you're influencing others.
You are not your own, for you are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. And that kind of sums up ownership to me. If we can understand how He owns us and the kind of price that He paid to have us back, we can get an idea what it means to own the things that God has given us responsibility over. So that's kind of what ownership means to me. God owns me, and I need to take ownership of whatever He has put into my life to do.